Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Israel's top defense official, Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman, echoes Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's warning, declaring that Israel will not stand idly by as Iran entrenches its position in Syria. Iranian and North Korean Navy delegations hold a meeting as Tehran and Pyongyang seek to bolster relations while separately urging each other to continue their respective fight against threats from the United States. A 1,500-year-old mosaic floor with a Greek inscription has been uncovered during works to install communications cables in Jerusalem's Old City, a rare discovery of an ancient relic and an historic document in one. A day after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned that Israel would not allow Iran to take over Syria, Israel's top defense official, Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman, issued a warning of his own, declaring that Israel will not stand idly by as Iran entrenches its position in Syria. In two forceful speeches Lieberman gave yesterday to representatives from Israel's Institute of Energy and Environment, the defense minister further clarified Israel's official position on the matter of the missile threats from both Lebanon and Syria, stressing that the Jewish state would not tolerate factories for guided missiles being currently built by the Iranians for the Shiite militia Hezbollah. Lieberman stated that Iran, through the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, is trying to create a new reality around Israel with air force and naval bases in Syria. It is doing this with Shiite militias that are made up of thousands of mercenaries and by producing smart weapons in Lebanon. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, naval officials from North Korea and the Islamic Republic of Iran gathered for a brief meeting this morning on the sidelines of this year's International Maritime Security Symposium in Indonesia's Bali. While speaking to the head of the Iranian delegation, Commander Habibullah Sayari, North Korea's Vice Commander Ri Soo-gyong urged the Islamic Republic to continue to fight against threats from the West, primarily the United States.
우리는 이란이 미국을 반대해서 이란이 위협해서 미국을 반대해서 계속 투쟁하기 바랍니다.
The brief meeting between the two delegations comes amid strengthening relations between Tehran and Pyongyang. Last month, Tehran released a statement saying it seeks to upgrade its relations with North Korea, following a meeting between Iran's head of National Security and Foreign Policy Commission, Alauddin Borojerdi, and North Korea's ambassador to Tehran, Kang Samhyun. Although the Iranian statement did not mention North Korea's ballistic missile program, the statement was released on the very day Pyongyang declared it had successfully test-fired its first intercontinental ballistic missile, boasting it was capable of reaching the United States. Now back to Israel, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcomed to his office in Jerusalem Washington's delegation to the Middle East, declaring Jerusalem's dedication and hope to advance peace, stability, and security in the region, as well as advancing a viable solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
I'm very pleased to see you again, Jared, with your delegation. We have a lot of things to talk about. How to advance peace, stability, and security in our region, prosperity too. And I think all of them are within our reach.
U.S. President Donald Trump's senior advisor and son-in-law, who heads the American delegation, Jared Kushner, said that Washington appreciates Israel's commitment to peace while emphasizing that President Trump remains very committed to peace amid clear skepticism in both Jerusalem and Ramallah with regard to the United States' resolve in bringing about a viable solution to the conflict.
Well, we're very appreciative of your team and all the efforts that they've made. The President is very committed to achieving a solution here that will be able to bring prosperity and peace to all people in this area. And we really appreciate the commitment of the Prime Minister and his team to engaging very thoughtfully and respectfully in the way that the President has asked them to do so. So the relationship between Israel and America is stronger than ever, and we really thank Prime Minister Netanyahu for his leadership and his partnership.
Following a closed-door meeting between the Israeli leader and American delegation, the latter traveled to the West Bank city of Ramallah, where they were welcomed by Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who said that the Palestinians would work with the representatives of the U.S. administration in order to attain a peace agreement forthwith, while noting that he knows the issues are difficult and complicated, but emphasized that nothing is impossible when there are efforts being made in good faith.
نحن نرحب بالوفد الأمريكي برئاسة السيد جيراد كوشنر من أجل عمل السلام بين الفلسطينيين والإسرائيليين، ونقدر عاليا جهود الرئيس ترامب الذي منذ البداية أعلن عن أنه سيعقد صفقة سلام تاريخية في الشرق الأوسط، وكرر هذا الكلام أكثر من مرة في لقاءاتنا التي حصلت بيننا وبينه سواء في واشنطن أو في الرياض أو في بيت لحم. نحن نؤكد على أن هذا الوفد أيضا يعمل من أجل السلام، ونحن سنعمل معه للوصول قريبا إن شاء الله لما سماه الرئيس ترامب بصفقة السلام. نعرف أن الأمور صعبة وأن الأمور معقدة، ولكن لا يوجد مستحيل أمام الجهود الطيبة.
Jared Kushner told the Palestinian president that his American counterpart, President Trump, remains very optimistic and hopes for a better future for both the Israeli and Palestinian people, while emphasizing that Washington appreciates the Palestinian leadership for its efforts in moving the Aspart process forward. In the course of the next few days, United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will also join the efforts to revive the Palestinian-Israeli peace process. The Secretary-General is scheduled to travel to Kuwait tomorrow and will arrive in Israel on Sunday night. He will be in Israel until Wednesday and will meet with Israeli and Palestinian officials, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. Now to Jerusalem, where a 1,500-year-old mosaic floor with a Greek inscription has been uncovered during works to install communications cables in Jerusalem's Old City, a rare discovery of an ancient relic and an historic document in one.
The inscription was found a little over a meter below street level. Its size is 1.14 meters by 80 centimeters. Its level of preservation is truly amazing, considering that there was a lot of groundwork and infrastructure very nearby.
The inscription cites 6th century Roman Emperor Justinian, as well as Constantine, who served as abbot of a church founded by Justinian in Jerusalem. Archaeologists believe it will help them to understand Justinian's building projects in the city.
The uniqueness of this inscription is it mentions Justinian, the emperor of the Byzantine Empire almost 1,500 years ago, the most powerful man of his era. It shows us that he took personal interest in pilgrimage in Jerusalem. It shows us how important Jerusalem was to the entire Christian world at the time, and that the person who was the head of the most important church inside Jerusalem had jurisdiction over building hotels and hostels outside the walls also for the use of pilgrims.
The full inscription reads, "The most pious Roman Emperor Flavius Justinian and the most God-loving priest and abbot, Constantine, erected the building in which this mosaic sat during the 14th indiction." Justinian was one of the most important rulers of the Byzantine era. In 543 AD, he established a Nia church in Jerusalem, one of the biggest Christian churches in the Eastern Roman Empire and the largest in Jerusalem at the time. Researchers believe that the building of which the mosaic was once part of, located beside the old city's Damascus Gate, was used as a hostel for Christian pilgrims. Thank you for watching us. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Jonathan Hassan. Erev Tov and Shabbat Shalom. And we will see you again on Monday at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo, located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.